YouTube viewers, Rectangular back with another haul video. This time I have one of the worst figures in the Marvel Legends line. This is the movie Jean Grey from the Blob wave, and yeah, it is from Hasbro. Blob wave, one of the worst waves that Hasbro put out. The only reason I got this figure was for the hair. I may end up using the rest of the figure for a custom modern Scarlet Witch. That's probably what I'll end up doing with her. But yeah, it's not very articulated. It's got those Hasbro joints at the elbow, and they're really bad. I mean, well, you know, she is in a kind of a flowing costume, but you know, she can't even get a 90-degree angle on her elbow there. Not very attractive face. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to reuse that head sculpt, but I don't know. I might be able to make her into a Wanda, but I would have to sculpt some hair on, I guess. I have other head sculpts that will probably work better, but the hair is awesome. It's probably the best hair sculpt for a long-haired female, because it's pretty flexible. The primary reason I got her was to make a custom Miss Marvel. I don't believe I'm going to use this head. In fact, I'm pretty certain I'm not going to use this head. I just want to use the hair off of her. And got a much more robust body base that I want to use. I might end up using the hands, although if I do make a Scarlet Witch, these will probably work really well for that. So I'll probably just keep these on here and make her into a Wanda. Anyway, it's not in too terrible a shape. It does have some paint rub from something else on there and a little bit on the back, but nothing I can't either scrape off or cover up with. Oh, in fact, look, came right off. So I think I paid $10 shipped for this, which is even more than I wanted. I only wanted to pay $8, but you know, I just get tired of looking on eBay. You know, it becomes just really time-consuming. She does have double-jointed knees and ball-jointed hips, looks like. So she's probably not the worst female figure. No ankle pivot, no ankle rockers. It's probably not the worst female character that we have. You know, she can stand a hell of a lot better than a lot of females we have, but yeah, she's not great. Alright, let's go ahead and check out what else I got this week. Speaking of figures, female figures in particular that are a pain in the ass to stand, we have the black suited Storm. I believe she was from the I think Series 8, and as you may or may not know, I'm not a huge fan of the X-Men, with the exception of a few characters, but I'm a huge Black Panther fan, so that's primarily the reason I got her, was to pair up on occasion with my Black Panther. So I initially got a loose one from a young man on Facebook, and it was it wasn't in terrible condition, but my primary concern was the cape was starting to fray at the where it attaches to her wrist, and I didn't want to have to worry about that breaking after moving it around. So I sent the figure back, and was lucky that another guy on Facebook, Justin, I guess it's okay if I use his name, Justin M. Sherrill, or Sherrill, had this for sale. So I snagged him, or snagged her from him, and got a pretty good deal actually. After I sent back the other gentleman's figure, it turned out to be the same price after returning that one. So I was pretty happy. This one is in a little bit better condition. Thank goodness the cape is not. The other one, I think it was starting to fray or tear at the wrist here. So these are pretty old figures, and this is a rubber-like material, so it will deteriorate after a while, especially if it's been stretched any significant amount. The gold paint seems to be one thing that goes really quickly, because the other figure had the same issue where the gold accent details, she's got it pretty much all over her costume, and that's starting to go. So I haven't decided if I'm going to go through the pain of trying to touch it up, especially for how little I'll probably end up posing her. But the joints are pretty tight. This figure has got these really high heels, so she's a pain in the ass to get to stand. And not a whole lot of detail in the costume otherwise. So only other issue, there's a little bit of you can see that I think it's too much light because her hair is mostly white, but there's some paint rub in her hair there, and on the top a little bit actually chipped off, but nothing I can't fix. Not too shabby. I noticed the other figure also had this red paint transfer on the cape, so don't know if I don't think this cape is red underneath. I noticed that when I was repainting my face-off cap, that the belt is actually red, and it's just been painted. So don't think that's the issue here. It's just weird that I'm thinking maybe it's the card that the figure was up against. I'll have to look online at Mint on Card version and see if it has a red backing that she's up against, because the other one had even more red paint transfer on the cape. So I think that was kind of weird. So then the gold is a little bit better shape on this one than the first one I got. So pretty happy. I'll be getting less and less Marvel Legends figures in the future. This may be the last ToyBiz one I end up getting. So I wanted to make sure it wasn't in terrible condition. Alright, so I probably won't even be able to get her to stand up again. It'll be a miracle if that'll happen this quickly. Alright, wow. Let's go ahead and check out what else I got. Next up, we have a couple of these playset pieces that I already have 2 of, so this makes 4. I wanted to have a couple to paint to be more ice than rock. So I'll have to go through and see which ones. I think these are probably a little bit more beat up than the ones I already have, so I'll probably end up painting these 2 with a kind of blue and white wash on them, so that they look like ice. Basically I want to have 2 to be able to use for rock backgrounds for a variety of different things, and then I want to have 2 of these to use for rock on the ice planet that the frost giants come from. Of course, the name is eluding me at the moment. Jotunheim. There we go. So anyway, I don't think I showed entirely. The other ones I have a little rock face that attaches to the front here. These are from a castle playset, and so this is kind of the gate that it comes with. And on the back, like I said before in my previous haul, can't really use that. I guess maybe you could use it for like an entrance to the back cave, something like that, or like a mountain fortress for your G.I. Joes, or maybe that would work a little better with the Marvel Universe figures. I don't know, but basically they're just kind of backdrops and set-top pieces, since they have this nice platform. You know, I might be able to use them for Doom's Castle. I don't know yet, but anyway, I have 4 of them now. Okay, so, oh, and I did get these on eBay, in case you were wondering. Let's take a look at the last 2 items. No, this is not an advertisement for Double Mint gum. Old people like me will know what that reference is to. Anyway, so yes, this is Movie Masters Blake from the Batman Dark Knight Rises movie line of figures, and I already have 2 of these, if you've seen in previous haul video. One came with the head of Jim Gordon, and the other one came regular with the Blake head. And as I showed in my last haul with the motorcycles, Shield Agent heads work really well as motorcycle cops, and haven't seen a better solution to appropriate police head with a motorcycle helmet on. So I'll probably continue to do that. The reason I got these guys is so that I could keep 2 permanently with their heads removed. That way I could swap them out with either other heads, other generic looking heads, or put the Shield Agent heads on there to keep as my motorcycle cops. You know, there will be a time when I'll want to have all my Shield Agents with their helmets on, so I'll have to pop them off and put them on here. Most of the time I don't permanently affix the heads with anything. I just put some paper material, like toilet paper or paper towel, and use some sticky tack, or use a combination of the 2. That way I can just stick it on there and not have it come off too easily, but not have it affixed permanently. So if you don't already own these figures, let me put up another figure just as a size comparison real quick like. Let's use Union Jack. You can see that they're not too bad as far as scale goes. I think they're just about at 6 inches. Take one of them out of the shot. So let's see, get my tape measure here. Take a look and see how tall they are. Yeah, it looks like they're just over 6 inches. So a lot of times we think that they're short, but they really are not. They're actually a pretty good scale with Marvel Legends. It looks like that's going to wrap it up for this week. Thanks so much for watching. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit like, share with your friends, and it would be great if you left a comment below. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye. Primary reason I got it was for custom Miss Marvel that I plan to make.